Hey guys, and welcome back to the third video of the Tips for Beginners series. Now, in this video, I'll be explaining workshop points. In my two previous videos, I explained gold and silver, how to obtain it and what to do with it and how to use it. In this video, I'm going to be explaining workshop points. Now, for those who don't know what workshop points are, if you just started the game, then you will not know this icon to the left. It has the kind of little DNA thing, and you cannot unlock the workshop points or the workshop until level 20. Like everything that can be obtained and bought with workshop points, you can unlock it till level 20. So that's just something that I think y'all should know in case y'all go looking for it and you're not level 20. Now, I'll start off with how to obtain workshop points. When you unlock level 20, you will unlock all the robots, all the weapons, and you'll unlock the workshop. Now, the little DNA kind of thing, you'll click on it and it'll take you to the workshop, right here. Every 24 hours you will get free 40 workshop points, and there's workshop levels. Workshop level 15, I believe, is the max, but slowly you progress. As you can see, I've unlocked all of the workshop points, and right now I'm collecting them. They're 40,000 to buy, and then it takes 4 hours to unlock it, so that's something that you need to know. And of course, as you saw on the top, you saw that times 4, times 2. Every now and then that will show up, and it's just getting times 4 to closer to 450. They're kind of like little checkpoints where if you get there, then you unlock some extra workshop points. Whenever you get into the workshop, you'll only have one of these slots per thing. Under the produce, you've got on the top left, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the first one you unlock at level 1, that's your first one. The second one, right next to it, is you unlock it at level 2. The third one, I believe, is you unlock it at level 3. And then the bottom left one, I believe you unlock at 5. The bottom center one, you unlock at level 7. And then the bottom right one, you unlock at level 9. I believe those are the correct things. Now, as you can see on the right, you can buy workshop points with gold. And as you can see, it says 60 for 5. And I'm just going to purchase this as a kind of show and tell kind of thing. Whenever you click this, as you can see, I just spent 5 gold to get it. And see, it took away the gold, but it gave me that. And then it also multiplied up there. But now it's 80 for 8. So it slowly goes up in workshop points and in gold. So that's the workshop. If you want to see this little checkpoint, it says in the workshop you can produce the workshop points required to purchase new generation robots and weapons. So that's what the workshop points are meant for, and that's how you obtain them. Also, you can obtain them through tasks. Right here, as you can see, it says complete 15 battles and be one of the top 3. Every now and then, you can only get these tasks after you unlock level 20. After you become level 20, then you can start getting these. So you can also obtain workshop points through tasks. Now we'll get on to the weapons. There are, let's see, 5 weapons you can get. I'm pretty sure on the light section, there's only one weapon you can obtain, and that is the Magnum. If I go to the store, I'll show you what it does and how much it costs. It costs 3,750 workshop points. It says Magnum's an energy weapon, highly effective, yada yada yada. Pulsability if you want to read it, and it says rate of fire 2 plasma bolts per second. So it's basically saying it does about 1,440 every 1 second at level 1, and the more you upgrade it, I've got this one level 7, and it does around 2,300 something damage. So that's the Magnum. Next we have the Hydra and the Trident. Now, both of these cost 5,650 workshop points. Now, pause the video if you want to read this. It's an energy weapon, and what it does is it fires through things like pow 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 pow, and then it's like a break, and then it's pow 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 pow. It fires plasma bolts in short bursts. It's like a 3-burst kind of weapon, and it has 32 bullets, so that means you can probably click it and hold it about, I think it'll fire 9 times. That right there. And then the reload time is basically 5 seconds. So I really like this weapon. As you level up and start facing more people, you'll see a lot of griffins with Tyrons and Magnums, and you'll see a lot of rhinos with Tyrons and Magnums. Next is the Hydra. Now the Hydra's a missile weapon. Most people run this either on a Fujin, 3 of them on a Fujin, but the most popular one is 2 Hydras and 2 Spirals on a Griffin. Now the Hydra is just like the Spiral, and it's just like the Spiral, except instead of the Spiral releases all 3 of them and then it starts the reload thing. The Hydra fires 1, then it slowly rotates 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So this is the little little question mark if you want to pause the video and read it. Like I said, it does require lock on, and it is smart missile, so it will go over obstacles that aren't fully like protected against a robot. It's a smart missile. Finally, we're going to the heavy. Now, in my opinion, there's only one good heavy one, and that's the Trident. Both of these are 7,500 workshop points. Now, the Trident is a missile weapon, and it has a really big splash area. Like it says, large area of impact, let it damage opponents protected by ECU shield or a cover. It has 3 missiles. Each missile does 2,550 damage, so one of those does about 6,000 damage every 10 seconds. On my iPad's account, I actually have 2 of these. I think one of them's level 9 and one of them's level 8. They do about 30,000 damage every 10 seconds, which is really, really good. Or even maybe more than that. All I know is that 3 of these on a Zeus, 3 of these on a Fury, or 3 Zeuses on a Fury, and most people will run, and run to get away from these. Now, like I said, this is a missile weapon. Like the Hydra, it does not damage people with energy shields. So that's that. It is a missile weapon. It's not a plasma. Next, we have the Cheesebuga. Now, I'll explain why I personally don't like this. Like it says, a super heavy long-range energy weapon. And then it says, able to charge prior to firing, thus increasing total damage up to 20 times. Tremendous damage in a single shot and high projectile speed. It says 6,840. What this means is that, and it says 23 seconds of reload time. It takes 3 seconds to reload, and then it takes 20 seconds to fully get up to 6,840 damage. Just let that sink in. That means that you're having to wait 20 seconds just to get that much damage. Sorry about that. That's why I don't really like the weapon. It doesn't do any damage. It takes way too long to do not even that much damage. So if you're trying to get a heavy weapon out of workshop points, I do recommend the Trident. It doesn't have as big as a range, but I do think it's better. Now we'll get on to the robots. Now there are 5 robots, just like there are 5 weapons. If we'll go to the store, they're all at the very end. You unlock them along with the weapons at level 20, like I said. Sorry about that. I'm still kind of a little bit sick. It's winter season, so it starts with the Stalker and goes all the way to the Raging. Sorry. But the Stalker, now each of these have unique abilities, and I'm not going to dwell on them too long so I don't make this video too long. But the Stalker, I'll just let you read this. It says it's nimble, it's fast, and it's able to it's able to activate stealth. I believe stealth is about 6 seconds, and I think you have to wait a 20-second cooldown until you can use it again. what this means is that whenever you see a robot, it will just lock onto it, and with the stealth, you cannot lock onto it. That means you can't just fire at it. So the Stalker, in my opinion, is meant to capture beacons, and the best thing to run on it usually will be 2 aphids. Magnums, they just don't do enough damage because the Stalker's not meant to be encountered on it. Most people usually run aphids on it. The Carnage has the rush ability. It's a medium robot with 2 heavy things. The most common thing on this is 2 Zeuses, 2 Tridents, or 2 Thunders. The rush is activated, I think it's for maybe 10 seconds, and then has a 20-second cooldown. Basically, whenever it's in rush, it goes faster with a 66% movement speed increase. If you wanted to see these, just pause the video. Here's the Rhino. Now, in my opinion, if you just unlock workshop points, I'd say this is the best robot that you can buy. Just because out of all of these, I believe it's the heavy one, and I believe it's the best. Not the best out of all of these, but I'm just saying it's the best robot you should buy with your workshop points if you're just getting workshop points. Now, the Rhino has the assault mode, and I'll talk about this right here. Basically, what it does is whenever you go into assault mode, its frontal shield right here, this little part right here, expands into it looks like a rhino. Its movement speed is increased. It cannot fire its medium weapons, and it cannot turn very well at all. But it blocks all plasma and it blocks plasma and bullets and all that kind of stuff. Now, it does not block splash damage weapons like missiles. They do surpass him, especially like pins, Columbus, pinatas, all them. But that's how it works, and then you can deactivate assault mode by pressing it down, and then he just goes back to the normal robot with 2 medium weapons, and he's able to turn just fine. Next we have the Fujin. This one, if you wanted to read it, along with the Ragent, they are the only 4-legged robots in the game. Now, the Fujin can be really, really deadly with 3 medium slots. The most common you will see with this right here is either 3 Hydras, 3 Tyrans, or 3 Organs. Now, the Sentry mode, what happens in this is that he raises up, it kind of explains it, he elevates his tower, getting a better view of the battlefield, and he activates his energy shield, but he's not able to move. But he's able to still turn around and fire. Now, just a little tip, whenever you're in that mode, and let's say your energy shield is at half health, if you get out of the energy shield thing, it doesn't regenerate. You still have to be in the energy shield mode, the Sentry mode, to slowly gain your health back on the thing. So don't just make it to where your little energy shield has like barely any health and then get out thinking it's about to regenerate, and whenever a death button griffin comes, which is 2 orcans and 2 pinatas who don't know what a death button is, a death button griffin, and he jumps at you and starts firing, and you go into your Sentry mode and you barely have any energy health, your energy shield gets depleting and you die, and you're like, why? And you have to get into your Sentry mode to slowly regenerate your energy shield health. Now the Raging is just like the Fujin. It elevates itself up and it loses the ability to move, but unlike the Fujin, instead of having an energy shield, it has a physical shield. It has 2 parts. I'll just go into the 3D view to show you that part and this part. Each of them can be shot off if it takes enough damage, along with the Rhino. Also, the Carnage also has an energy shield built in. I forgot to mention that. But the Raging, it goes into Bastion mode. Here it is right here. He elevates his tower, getting a better view. He can still turn around, and he has a physical shield whenever he does it. So the most popular are 2 Zeuses or 2 Tridents. Now each of these, as you can see, has a different price. The Stalker only is 7,500, which is equal to a heavy weapon. The Carnage is 13,000. The Rhino is 15,000. The Fujin is 13,000, and the Raijin is 15,000. So I think I've explained the workshop points pretty well, the robots and the weapons. If you had any more questions, please leave them down in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.